So hello guys, we are rewatching a Master Kayn gameplay in here. Okay. Are you gonna
Uh,
go? Yeah, what do you wanna say?
and as well, I was thinking
Welcome to
I could have
Summer's
went blue,
Rift.
but I'm not that good at blue, so I went red.
I mean, look at the enemy team,
And
so two of them are better for Red Kayn, right?
30
The
seconds
problem is
until
with Red
minions
Kayn,
spawn.
he kinda gets shredded by Camille's through damage, and also you won't be able to assassinate some targets, right? So I think there are some ups and downs, depends what your team comp requires, right? For example, in here we have already a frontliner,
yeah,
then
when you do that, the Discord screen is black, so I think you have to do
oh yeah, I have to actually
this
switch it to
thing
my
maybe.
oh, yeah, I have to switch it to my screen. My bad.
It's fine.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, so in here the game begins. Not much happened so far, so you lay your ward, or do you? So that's I don't see where the enemy team is as well, of course. Let's look at your team only. So generally, if you wanna start this side, you need to ward the bottom side of the map, and you need to go back for Oracle, per usual on Kayn, and on most of the junglers you need to ward, and then go back
Yeah,
for
I was
Oracle.
thinking I was thinking to put my bot side toward and I ward so he doesn't come
Yeah, but he
into my
can't. But
jungle
Jax
on
can be
this
here.
side.
Jax can guard. Like Jax can just simply guard, you know. He just can't randomly walk into here until you arrive. And also, I don't think so they win a 2v2, you know. Maybe a 3v2, but that's like Victor can guard this area as well. He shouldn't sit on mid lane normally, so you could just ping Victor, but he should be here normally. That's the thing, right? He shouldn't sit randomly on mid lane. So here's the thing. Generally, you wanna ward your bot side because the bot laners can't really afford to like give up wards for no reason, since you could do it for your own self. And this ward doesn't really provide too much because you're already starting from your top side, you know.
Yeah.
So like it's yeah. I feel like it's just a waste of ward, you know. Because now like our bot side is not warded, and if Kha'Zix wants to, he can just steal our camps, right? Because you need to like ward on the opposing side of the map, not wherever you start from, right? Yep. So in here the game begins. You're just getting these camps.
Yeah, and I'm watching on bot side. I see they don't have mana, so I know they started red side.
So usually you can move your camera in between camps, preferably instead of moving it before, like when you're doing it. But you can also use your F keys, so you can have a better vision.
Yeah, I use the F keys, and my spacebar is for going back to me.
Yep. So now we are just clearing in here. Silas is committing. Maybe we can do something. Nope.
Yeah, I was
Not,
looking, and then I
not yet.
went back
But
to bot.
we can possibly level 3 him. But now he's playing a bit defensively because he's low HP, so now he most likely won't play offensively because he's too low, so the general idea is he won't try to engage on Victor because of the minion cover. So most of the times there is no reason to even consider right now mid lane, because right now he will just play perma defensively after losing so much HP. And also he's probably considerate of the fact that he could be level 3 ganked, so I wouldn't bother. Okay, so we want a level 3 bot lane because seemingly they are pushing. You know what's my issue with this? Until you arrive bot lane, I feel like they can just shove and leave the whole area, you know? That's how I see it. Or you get exhausted and they just leave. I think something can fix it. If Janna can Q it, then Jin W's. But those are kinda hard to hit on a Draven because he has the mobility, so Janna Q almost never hits. So let's see if why isn't the support helping him to shove? So generally if the support helps him to shove, I don't feel like he would arrive in time, you know? Because I think I feel like it's just waste of time, no? Or do you get to punish them for this?
Yeah. Just watch. I'm waiting for Jana to engage the Q, or them. I
Yeah,
actually wait for them to.
yeah, they're not really tracking the jungler. You know, so the general idea is they can't play this aggressively at 3.05, right? So I think
Yeah.
it's fine if you were considerate of the fact that they won't bother to ward, but I think you play in Master Plus, so it's really random that out of two people,
Yeah,
none
they
of
were
them...
D2 D1. I was masters, but they were D2 D1 for some reason.
Uh,
Yeah.
it sounds coin flippy, you know, that's my opinion, you know? It sounds a bit coin... Yeah. Because like in here, if they don't get any type of engage done or Janna Q something, it's 315 or almost Cattle Scrap spawns, and the issue with that is that we are level 3, 3 camps, the enemy jungler is getting all of his camps, right? which means that we will be really behind with our camps, right? Also, we don't have W. I feel like you're wasting your time too much in here, stalking for a... Or do we get anything done?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this is generally bad, you know, what he did in here. It's really inconsistent. It just worked because it didn't work, you know. But just one simple ward could counter this, you know.
I know, I knew they didn't ward.
So like if you saw on the map that they weren't like hovering upwards, you know, if you saw their icon being downwards and they didn't, when you moved your camera they didn't ward it, then it was like fine, you know. If you moved your camera, I don't know if you did. But if you moved your camera, you saw they didn't walk upwards to ward it, or you saw the icon, it didn't go upwards,
So
then it was
I
fine.
saw they didn't go upwards.
So like
Yeah.
if that's what you saw, then it was fine.
And then here, when I start blue, I'm looking at mid to gank. Or when I'm finishing the scalpel, and I think I should have ganked here mid, maybe.
No, it's probably waste of time. Thing is, in here, Silas won't give up easy. Most likely he won't give up easy because Victor is playing too defensively, which means that he will have his E to escape, so I don't feel like there's a gank potential, plus Kha'Zix could be really easily around, you know, because I think at this point he probably finishes
Yeah,
his...
I think
like,
him on top side that
like
he
look at
might
the...
come.
look at the minute of the game. It's really easily... like, Jax is not gankable, right? Jax is not gankable because it's a Jax, he has QE and he's positioning too defensively. Jax is off the radar of the enemy jungler. This is what the enemy jungler sees, right?
Yeah.
This Jax is not visible, right? So he's off his radar, which means that most likely he gonna gank mid or Ikal, right? But mid is not gankable, but it's counter gankable if he's baiting you into a gank, right? That's
Yeah.
a possibility, so I wouldn't bother because as I said, he won't use his E. In here he won't use his E. Because just the way he positions, you know, and until he does not give up his E, now he can use his E. He misses it. Like, Victor needs to bait in some way the Sylas, truth to be told, right? That's how I see it. The problem is Kha'Zix is level 4 right now. So it's a bit difficult to fight that.
And here I shouldn't gank, like when he's low HP.
Probably
right
was possible, now we can. But the problem is Kha'Zix is hovering around. So now I would just danger ping, like...
Because I was thinking if I go here, Silas can E away, so I just lose my time.
You can... no, so you can be a bit more patient, because he could poke more his HP until you just want wipe him, you know, in one Q. So like, you could just get your camps, then look mid lane, and if Victor can hit like one or... maybe he hits a Q or E, you know, chips down his HP a bit more, in 2 we can dive him, right? But also there is another thing, you didn't really ping the top side, so it was kinda obvious. You said, you know, Kha'Zix is pathing upwards, right? And he wasn't at the bot side scuttle scrap, so he's 100% top side, right? So what you should do, you should aim to danger ping this area, because I don't like how Victor is hovering on the top side of the map, right? It just gives off that he doesn't know that Kha'Zix could be around, right? Also, Kha'Zix could take this path as well to gank mid lane, no? This path.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
too,
like,
yeah.
we got a danger ping this area, right? Because Kha'Zix is 100% there, you know? Like, if he couldn't level 3 gank, right? Which means he locked himself into getting the scuttle scrap, right? Which means that he should be around this area, and how to counter that, how to counter assassins in general, is by communicating that he could be around, right? He could also reset, but we don't know, right? We don't know where he is.
And you mean like to 2v2 there? That's what you mean?
No, you just communicate. You don't have to like...
Okay, yeah, I got
you just
you.
communicate, so he wards, right? Or earlier on, not now. But he can ward, or he can like play on the bottom side of the map because he's top side, right? The Kha'Zix is top side. So if he hovers downwards, it's almost impossible for Kha'Zix to ever get a gank done, right?
Yeah.
Victor is slash hitting from the bottom side of the map, right? Okay. Back to you. So we are looking at you right now. Kha'Zix probably recalled. If he didn't get a gank off, he's recalling for his...
I think he waited in the bush and waiting to gank top. So that's what's happening. Yeah.
He was there. He was that patient apparently. Yeah, I mean that's why it's important. Like, some junglers will try to flip this. It's kinda risky what he did, but you know, it's a possibility, you know? Because it's good because it's unexpected, you know, so that's why this type of plays can work, you know? Let's see if we can counter gank it.
Yeah, I tried, but got late.
Did something happen, or did you... So you have your E. Couldn't you just, from this point on, just E through the wall and then you would arrive faster, or am I wrong?
I don't think at the third wall, where near the tower, I think it stops the E maybe.
But
I'm
can't
not
you just
sure.
like go like all the way like this through like you can E before you reach a wall because your E lasts 1.5 seconds before it goes off even if you're not in a wall. So usually
Oh,
you can
yeah,
use it a
yeah.
bit earlier before you get close to the wall, you know, which can save you a tiny bit of time, you know.
Oh, okay.
So
I
like
don't know that.
usually you gotta use it earlier before you reach the wall if you are close to it, right? I guess there wasn't much you could do cause yeah, just unlucky. So you just pick up the wave, right? Yep, you just pick up the wave in here.
And I want to hit him for the...
Kha'zix is here by the way, he could still hover around. Cause like this kinda gives me off the body language that Kha'zix could hover, you know? It's like a possibility. Right? So I wouldn't like ever fully commit, but I think you should cue the Camille or auto her, like don't let her shove, right? You gotta hold the way for Jax, right? You shouldn't allow her to hit for free, because if she hits a minion, you hit him, you get points in your form, you chip her damage down, right? Because this wave, you could possibly hold it for Jax, right? And it's more so important for your passive, you know, that's what we care about. Because in here, Kha'Zix can just collapse on you, right? If you hit her in here. But the problem is how defensively you position, which allows her also to hit the minions, right? So now you care about your passive,
Yeah,
now you
so
care about...
I could have auto attack as well when she went up.
Yeah, like, I don't care if she auto-attacks back, because she can't kill you. Kha'Zix can't kill you either, right? She just
Yeah,
can't kill you. So, like, we care, like, okay, our HP gonna get damaged. But most likely after this fight, we can reset for our items, right? Like, you don't care about losing your HP until you don't die and you stack your passive. You know, it's worth trading HP, which you eventually gonna get back anyways from camps or by recalling, right? So in here, this is the perfect time for you to actually auto-attack him, Q him, W, whatever, do anything with her, but don't allow her to push for free and also get your passives, right? Now in here you do something... Uh,
Then I like fake recall, so they think I recalled here. Or something like
so
that.
bot is not gankable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kinda gankable actually
And
if I
I
think
was
about it.
thinking here, I was thinking this second, like I do the two camps on
Yeah, but
top,
I
I
wouldn't
recall,
reset
I
yet, yeah.
buy,
Yeah, it's good cause you
and
need
then I
your
go
6.
bot and gank.
Yeah, you
So,
need your 6, Now in here at this point I would ping the Victor to ward the Drake. Cause here's the thing, we don't have any type of vision on the Drake, so if he wards it and Kha'Zix tries to solo it, he can just zone him away or kill him, right? So I would just ping the Drake if he doesn't know.
oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, now he just... Yeah, I would ping this Drake to ward it. Like, you see, like, even in Master Plus, like, there are some communication issue, and communication is so valuable, it's unreal. I even post my Discord, you know, for voice chat time to time, which helps a lot, because most of the games where we used voice chat were actually won partially because of the voice chat itself. But you can just ping, you can just type, of course, that's a thing as well. But in here we need to ping this because you get your top side camps, which means if he starts it, we can't contest it right now because we need to be after the camps, right? So most likely we can't contest it, therefore if he wards it, he's not allowed to do it for free, right?
Yeah.
Kha'Zix is kinda fast with Serated Q spam to get an early Drake. And this Drake is actually really strong. In the early game it's really overpowered actually.
In the early game?
Yeah, in the early game it's really strong, even though it looks like it's a scaling Drake, because it allows you to sustain through like trades, which is kinda OP, because it's almost like a Doran shield healing, you know? Which you constantly have, even without getting damage.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So this Victor has Conqueror. Never seen that in my life.
I don't know, maybe he missed rooms.
I mean, usually, I don't assume it's that bad when you get more cooldown, you know, then it has some validity. But before you get cooldown it kinda sucks, or before you get your E upgrade. Okay.
Yeah,
He doesn't die though.
here I should have ganked maybe.
I don't think so, you
mid
should
lane.
go, I don't like your pathing downwards. I mean, I guess Kha'Zix is around, right?
Yeah, he's around.
So
I
it could
knew.
be
I know
around.
he's
It could be
outside.
around. That's a thing as well. Definitely, we could try to counter gank. That's a consideration. You could also just ward the Drake. That's something you could also do. The problem is I don't know how will Kha'Zix gank our bot laners when they back off and we have a Janna Q as well. You know, like he's not 6 yet, so I don't feel like he gets a ganking angle. You know. Plus, like, out of the two bot laners, at least one of them ward, you know, so... And now we are revealed, so we don't wanna counter gank anymore, cause Kha'Zix is not around. Oh, it's kinda dangerous what they do, but since you're hovering, it's fine, Can we do anything with these guys?
Yeah, I was staying in the bush because I was looking to see if we can.
Let's see if we can do something.
Everyone is watching.
Problem is they have all Samson bot lane, except her flash. Oh, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Like, I had no info on their summoners pass, then you can legit get into this situation. We were got on kill. We got points in for our form as well, so it kinda justifies it, right? It's good to 1-for-1 with Kayn because you get past 6 stacks, so that's fine. And
So what should I done in this fight? Maybe not go in, or
I wouldn't like commit into the fight, you know, because like what's gonna happen, Draven's gonna flash and we're gonna get killed, you know. Like that, I feel like it is bad to commit into the fight, you know, or bad to focus Draven because he has flash exhaust. Nami had no flash, but I think she was out of position, right? Let's look at the whole fight again. Nami misses her Q, we see that. But I feel like you revealed a bit early on, or you got revealed by Kha'Zix W because you weren't moving. So like, in here you could ban already, you know, and charge towards the Nami, you know? Because I do believe... Oh, Jhin had no W for some... Okay. Oh, we had... Oh yeah, everybody had cooldowns, you know? I think you forced at the bad time because everybody was on cooldowns, and if you move with your camera you could see everybody was on cooldowns. So I feel like it's just bad to force it, you know? Because they can disengage in some way, you know? Just by exhausting, that's like already a form of disengage, right? Yeah. And like in here, that's where it got a bit awkward, right? But at least we managed to trade somehow. I think this trade only happened because Draven was bad. Like he walked into a Jhin 4-shot and your Q, right? Like I think this would be just a kill for Kha'Zix, you know, if they played properly, because there was like no reason for Draven to randomly step up, you know. So I think this was misplayed by you, and the only way it's justified because you got like, because Draven played badly, you know. But this shouldn't really be a habit, you know, to rely on people doing such type of mistakes, because it wasn't like some type of like small mistake, you know. He just walked into a 4-shot, and
yeah, but in this fight I was thinking like they were...
It was worth what you did, it just wasn't consistent, you know?
Yeah, it's just that, I mean, I saw Kha'Zix and Draven and Nami, and I was like, Nami uses her W and E and can do anything after that, so I was like, it would be useless if I jump on her.
Yeah, because, yeah, so like, Nami would be a better target, you know, because this guy had both sums, you know? Okay, but now we know that he has no flash, right? Now we know that Draven has no flash. So now we are looking to him. Oh damn! Wait, you could Q that, no? You forgot to Q or what? You can Q in the wall and get out on the other side, you know?
I was looking on the map. I think I'm not sure.
I mean, when you're in the wall, you need to, like,
Q.
Like, I don't even care about anything else because these guys are not gankable. Mid is, like, top has an E as well to escape, you know? So Camille is almost ungankable because in this matchup, he close to never uses her E, you know? So it's just something I would not consider. It's good to consider the way in here you could ban Q through, and that would save you lots of time. Now it's really smart what you did because you shouldn't get your own camps. We see Kha'Zix is still bot side for some reason, so we can steal his camps, but at the same time we will possibly trade the Drake. Now in here, do we see if he upgrades anything? He doesn't reveal his... Oh, he does. Oh, he upgraded his ult. Okay.
I didn't pay attention to that.
That matters as well, because right now we don't know what he upgraded, right? And every upgrade means something, you know. The slow upgrade is good for the early gank, same as the ult upgrade, right? But for example, if he evolved this Q right now, it most likely would mean that he rushes Drake, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think you saw the Kha'Zix, no? So I wouldn't bother, you know. Like, can we do anything? I don't think so, right?
In here he was pinging me a lot, so I have muted him after, but he
yeah. But Kha'Zix was hovering around, you know. And like I don't like, this is not a good ganking angle. So look, he's positioning downwards. If he hovers downwards on the bottom side of mid lane, that's not ever gankable, you know. Because as soon as you show up, he's just gonna go downwards, you know. And he also has flash. So in here we can't afford to force a gank like this, you know. Like when I'm here, I already can see it's just a bad ganking angle. So probably earlier on, like what I would consider, stealing these camps. The only thing that scares me a bit is Camille, you know, she could be around, but I don't think so she's smart enough to realize you're gonna steal Jax's camp. Yeah, I think it's just forced, no? Because like his E has no cooldown early on, you know, when he
Yeah, I
breaks
left
zone.
after this. I left because
He
I'm
just
like,
11, yeah. So now Kha'Zix is most likely either if he takes Drake, then we can take his top side, but we can also proc the plant, so we can see if Camille is around. But it's usually better to not proc it actually, because if you proc it, you reveal yourself, you know. So that's my issue, right?
I procced it to see if Kha'Zix is down there.
Honestly, I would just W this blue and pull it up, because if you proc the plant, you just reveal yourself, you know. I know it reveals the enemy team, of course, but I'm not sure how to feel about this, right? I mean, Camille is a thing that could collapse on you, but you could just eat the wall, right?
Yeah, but she has ultimate, so she kills
So
me.
like my issue, you need to like pull it upwards, you know. Like you can't hold it, because if Kha'Zix comes, we are just dead, you know. We don't have wood.
Yeah, or maybe on the left in the bush, on top left maybe.
Yeah, you can even pull it in the bush, right? Like anywhere, but not here. So do we smite this? We probably should smite, no? I don't know. Like it's too risky, you know, to hold into smite.
Watching the bush if someone thinks something jumps or something. So maybe I react to it.
Okay, so in here we just take our own camps. There isn't much going on right now. Camille is there. We see the Camille. She goes back. Okay.
Now I ping Jax because there's.
So he danger ping the Kha'Zix that Kha'Zix is around, so he tracked it for Jax, but he decided to go. Okay.
Here my mental fucked up because he said he has no jungle. So I started trolling from here. Like I didn't mean to troll, but like my mental.
You don't care, you know, like people are like, as I said before, like people are gonna force you to gank, even if he's gonna be dead, you know, like this is not even some. I move my camera. I say I don't care anymore, you know, because like there is no way in the world where you arrive before Jax dies, you know. Like when I see this, I don't care anymore, because there is no like, there's no way, nothing he could do here. Like look at your positioning and look at his positioning. He spams you for gank, he types to gank, but how do you counter gank this? It's not possible. So we just ignore it, you know.
I come there, he just dies, and then
like,
I fight.
You as a jungler, you should decide like whoever can I gank, you know, because as I said, more than often laners they don't realize how ungankable they are, you know. Like in here we are not going top lane, we are getting our camps before we get invaded, you know.
Yeah, no, I was looking if he gets like dived or something, if he escapes and then dive him.
Oh yeah. So now we take these. I don't like that you're not using smite. So here's the thing, you gotta use your smite, so you stack up the smite, so you finish the smite item faster, you know. Like you gotta use it. Do you have 2 smites right now? 1 smite. Almost 2 smites. You have almost 2 smites, so you gotta use them to finish it, you know. To speed up the clear as well. Did you reveal yourself there? Did I see it correctly? Wait, did I see it correctly? Did you just reveal yourself there? Or wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't in vision range. It wasn't in vision range.
Okay. It's
fine then, but you almost revealed yourself. So the issue with that is that Kha'Zix right now thinks you're doing Drake, you know?
Yeah.
And if you reveal yourself, he knows for a reason he can rush Drake, you know? Okay. Okay. So in here we reset, we are going for Eclipse this game. Do we really wanna go Eclipse? They got 3 melee champions. Usually against melee champions, Gold Drinker is pretty much good if you wanna stay between them. Which form did you go for? Assassin or Red King?
So I wanted to go red, but I didn't know if Gold Drinker is good, and I know Jhin or the top laner said Eclipse is good on red, so I went that.
I mean, Lethality works on Red King as well. It's usually better to build it on the blue one, right? Yeah. I think Lethality this game is not the best because these guys kite you out. So if you don't have Assassin form and you go on Red Cane for a Lethality build, you will be shredded in no time, right? Like when I look at these champions, they burst us down in no time, right? So I don't think so you can afford to go for Blue Cane this game, right?
I mean, there were like 3 fights where I escaped in 1 HP because of the Shield of Eclipse, but maybe...
Yeah, but Gold Drinker would protect you more. Like Eclipse can have like a bit more upfront burst, right? But like Gordringer gives you HP, the healing from the activatable itself, right? And then they got like more melee than range, right? So like Red Kayn is definitely better than, especially because you stack it up faster as well, right? I don't feel like Red Kayn ever benefits you. Red Kayn is good against like these two, I assume, right? Maybe against Kha'Zix, but he can counter it with his ult and E, right? So I
I
don't know.
didn't take blue because I can't fight against Silas. He
Didn't you say you took blue, Kayn?
no red. I went red.
Oh yeah, oh, I thought you said you went for blue. Okay.
I went red.
Okay. Petkin is fine, but Eclipse is bad, I think. I think it makes you really vulnerable, you know? Just because how bursty the enemy comp is. So I would just go like Gordrinker into something that makes you tanky. Like a Frozen Heart or something, you know? Hey, yo, where are you going? Okay.
And I thought he would go down for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to queue either. I was looking at Nami to if she queues me. And here I don't know if I should have went down.
You don't care about it, you just clear the wave, no? You can text the wave, but you can also leave it. It's up to you.
No,
Like
I trimmed it like to some of them to let 1 HP so Jean can just...
yeah, you just clears that. Do you have a control ward, Oracle or something? You don't have control ward.
Oh, but I think we have Cryo, so that's why I started it.
So Kha'Zix Herald's a full HP tower, almost full HP. He's here. We run away, no?
Yeah.
Run away, you're gonna die.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, you don't get it. You know what this sign means? You actually reveal the enemy Kha'Zix, you know? So your E actually reveals if somebody is look. So this is where Kha'Zix is, I'm gonna reveal it to you. So you see this bubble, right? The bubble always looks towards where the enemy champion is. So look, when I allow the video to go, the bubble will move upwards, look. Because Kha'Zix is moving upwards as well.
Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna reveal it. He's here! Magic! So like it reveals people that are even in bushes, right? Same as Tryndamere can do this, Camille can do this as well, right? So like, we look like Kha'Zix is obviously here, and this is what I wanted to tell you. If you wanna do your camps, you gotta be careful with Kha'Zix, right? Because you don't have ult. And probably even with ultimate he would just wipe you, right? So here's the thing, in here we need to pull the camps downwards, but you can't walk like this. So recently, like few seconds ago, you saw the Kha'Zix in this bush. He was, I think you had clear vision on him, no? He went downwards. Well, he went downwards, right? So we had clear vision on him. Wrong team. So we had clear vision on him that he went downwards after shoving, right? Which means that we can be invaded, right? Top is kinda far, you know, and he went downwards. I think it was on your map that he went downwards, right? Which generally means in here we got to smite this, and you can't even walk upwards. Like the way you walked upwards kinda scared me, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's really scary this move you went for, right? So like in here we skip a tiny bit, and you know, so even if you didn't know he's here, you reveals it, right? Oh, you okay? It's fine then.
And here I assistance because I can't fight him.
Yeah. So Silas recalled most likely because he's too low. So Kha'Zix could be around, right? We can ping our teammates or something. Proc the plant maybe so he doesn't get skilled, right? Yeah. So do you have smite up? Or you don't have smite? But Kha'Zix smited you as well, which means he has no smite either. He smited you recently. Could we do anything here? What does Kha'Zix have? Oh, he has already a prowler. Probably he would kill you. Yeah, he would probably kill you because he has prowlers, right? I mean, Janna is hovering around, but what can we do with it? I feel like he would be just dead, yeah. Yeah, you have to give it up. Anyways, I look at it, you have to give it up.
I'm waiting for them. I Q. I know I have ulti, so he can't kill me.
Okay, so you baited him.
Okay, I mean E. Yeah, I baited.
So you baited him really well, yeah. Okay, Jin picks it up. So how did you die like 8 times? So far you only died once. I saw in the match history you died like 8 times. Like what happened?
Yeah. In the mid game, I got caught in the jungle a few times.
In here you try to gank bot lane or what do we do?
I clear the ward, then I see they don't react to it.
Oh, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not reacting to it. It's so weird.
They don't give a shit. Maybe we get something out of this, huh? You just leave the area. It was that place from your side. We picked up a Draven, ultimate and the kill, right? And it's really important to kill the Draven because of his passive, you know, he loses the bounty. Which would provide him a lot of gold if he kills someone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in here we just skip, you got your Eclipse, you're building towards your Muramana. Generally I would go like Core Drinker probably, you know? Like you need to be tanky. Like you should go for Core Drinker and a more tanky build, you know? I just feel like your team needs another frontliner and, you know, just so you're safer.
Yeah.
Then here we pick her up. We pick her up, did you have to ult? Couldn't you just Q her? Or
I think it was a cool. You can watch it back. I think it was on cooldown.
maybe it wasn't cooldown. But you could just chase her and Q, no? Like you
I was afraid here she might E into the wall, but I'm not sure if she used it.
should already use it, like I guess
Yeah,
it's safer. Yeah, I guess it's safer then. Yeah, it's fine then. So Silas is coming?
Yeah, we saw him.
So they have form already, you should have form already, no?
No, I have I think the blue one first, yeah. Cause I went bot a lot.
So in here, Jack, how did Jack get killed? Yeah. You didn't assume he will flash. Okay.
Should I went when he got like
You know, he's...
ever frosted?
you
Maybe
ca-
I should have went to help.
he used everything, you know, he used every ability in front of you, so even if you don't kill him, you could just damage his HP, as I said before, to get stacks, you know. Your point is not killing him, you know, but you would escape, because he had no abilities, right? So you could just chip his high HP a bit down, and maybe you would mind control him away from, like, diving jacks, you know? Because you take his HP down, so he would be a bit scared to flash on him, right? So you could just try to zone him with your body, and maybe he wouldn't be confident enough to dive him because you took his HP down, so he might die to the tower, you know? That would kinda like take some of his confidence away, you know?
Yeah.
The guy looked like he's about to flash in here, you know? Like, how can I say, look. So in here, you shouldn't position so defensively as you did. Let's go a tiny bit backwards again, right? So, bit forwards. Ta-ta-ta. And in here he throwed everything, I think, at the guy, no?
Showed an
So in here you should like
and the other
posture.
parts.
In here you should posture upwards, you know? Because he had no abilities, you see.
Yeah.
He'd also like smite to disengage, right? So here's the thing, he had E as well, right? So if you step up and you damage him, you know, he would be less so confident on diving the guy, you know? Or maybe you would pick up the kill possibly, you know? Because your W would slow him, you know? So at least you slow him down. You can also smite him, you know? So like he doesn't get like a dive angle with flash, you know? So like I think you weren't considerate of the fact that he can flash, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
You thought that Jax can walk away and you can walk away as well for your camps, but if he has flash, you can flash on it, you know? So, since you didn't have the info if he had flash or not, you should have respected the fact that he could have it up, right? Okay. So in here we just keep a tiny bit. So you're picking up some camps in here. Oh, you missed it, okay, what the fuck. And there you could ban out to him, no? Or you couldn't click it.
You know, I'm scared of him, to be honest. He has a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, they could be around as well, the enemy jungler, I feel like. So it's best if you leave the area, because I think Kha'Zix is right now in here. I feel like most likely yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's taking the red.
Most likely he
I
should be there.
pinged red, I'm not sure if I pinged.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I pinged red because I knew he was there. And then he gets ganked in mid lane. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh, he missed his E. So lucky.
Should I win mid and clear? Because she still stays on mid, the Camille.
We could probably go mid lane and gank her because I think she wants to shove, you know. So we can only get positive things out of this, you know. So two things happen. We can possibly kill Camille or set up a freeze, you know, for Victor. So both of them are completely fine, you know. Because right now he can freeze since there are no objectives, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, like bot and top are not really diveable if Sylas roams, I do believe, you know. Because his ultimate gonna expire, so it's really difficult to dive a Jax or to dive these bot laners, right? And also they are using wards in general. Bot lane should use more wards. But here is the thing, I feel like setting up a freeze is the ideal thing, no? You see through the wall and hold the minions, no? Or can you hold them?
Should I do wanted to take them. Try to hold them maybe.
I think it's more valuable to set up
It's
a freeze, no?
pushing in, is freezing into his tower, or it's slow pushing towards
So
Camel.
look like in here earlier on you should ban like E, you know?
Yeah, if I was there, yeah, freeze, but
I think you didn't move your camera on the wave because like you could ban E way earlier, you know? Like
yeah.
look
I
what-
was looking at it, but I thought Camille is gonna go with the wave.
So like in here I'm not even overthinking it, you know, like when I see Camille is pushing, you know, I'm not when Camille is pushing, you know, most like look at her HP, she's low. It means she wants to push the wave and reset, right? So
Okay.
so in here I'm already starting to E, Q and walk upwards, you know. We don't even have to kill Camille because she has her E up. She doesn't use this her E to clear minions because it doesn't provide any damage towards them. So she keeps it against you as well, you know. There is no reason for her to give up her E, and until she has E she's not gankable. So you don't even consider ganking him. What we should do, we rush to mid lane and set up a freeze, right? And that's... Oh wait, Victor is dead, fuck.
You mean?
Oh, Victor is... Oh no, I didn't see it. Victor is dead actually, fuck. That's actually on me. I didn't see the
But I
guy is
should
dead.
have freezing
Yes, so
to
normally you should
tower
freeze
or
it.
into where? Into his tower there, where the minions are.
In here, you know, but best if you actually don't freeze it because Victor is dead. I just didn't see it, you know. I didn't see that Victor is dead, but let's say in a normal situation where Victor is alive and he's walking towards the mid lane, he could then set up a freeze, you know. So like you should get out value out of a minion wave as well, not only by just killing the enemy champion, you know. Because the freeze can be really insane, since in a freeze people can lose more than 20-30 minions, you know. Sometimes even more, depends how much the laner can hold it. Now in here it was fine, because I didn't see Victor was dead, you know.
Yeah.
So in here it was fine, but you should be considerate of the fact that you could also set up a freeze. You don't have to turbo shove then leave the area, right?
I wanted to push the next.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
in here it was fine, you know. So like if you seen like Victor was dead, you know, then it was like fine. Cause like I didn't notice it, right? But generally if he's alive and he's pathing towards the lane, you can also just set up a freeze, you know. Cause that just like if a range champion is freezing against a melee champion around this area, means he can poke for free without Sylas being able to all in him because of the tower, right? And also,
yeah.
also Sylas will be vulnerable to a gank because if he wants to see us, he needs to be really deep in the lane, right? So
Yeah,
that's
he wins into all in and he
yeah,
wins
yeah,
both.
yeah. So it's not about like it's about yourself as well. You can gank easier if he's deeper in the lane. It's not about the laners only, you know. You take advantage out of it as well. Also, Kha'Zix can't ever gank mid lane because Victor is here. So look at the big advantage, right? In fact, maybe there were some other situations where you could then set up a freeze. Perhaps I wasn't moving my camera on it, but you should always consider looking at the wave state, looking if they are trying to shove and leave the area. Because then you can set up a freeze, right? And sometimes that freeze is one of the most valuable thing, you know? That you... So you W? You should ban W that, by the way. So your W is not cancelable by CC, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
when she
know.
bubbled you, you could then counter it with a W, you know? So then, what happens, we could possibly Q her, you know, right after or ult or something. Or you could also ult her, you know, when she bubbled, no?
Yeah, I call the ult.
Like, it's not something that hard to react, and I think it's really easy to react to that. So I can hear you damage her, it's fine, and in here you could ban ult or W, you know? Or you could also ban Q, if you can't pull that off, or smite and back off, you know? I didn't think you could also sidestep it. I think there are so many ways to play around it, right?
Yeah.
So like in here when you see the bubble, you can Q, you can W, whatever, you can just ult it, you know? But W, then you can ult, you know? Ideally. Let's see, can you pick her up? Nope. Okay. So in here we can leave the wave and secure Drake, right?
And I think here I die because I wasn't looking at myself. Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, it's unlucky.
And here I start to troll from here, kind of.
One thing I'm not sure how isn't like Jax hard stomping the Camille. I mean, I guess he got camped a bit, that's true. But usually it's a matchup he should really hard win. Okay. Alright, so in here we walk out of the bay. Oh, but you go for Muramana. The problem is you're going red Kayn, you're gonna be a frontliner, you know, you can't go for such a squishy build, you know. You get Eclipse into Muramana.
I go Gold Drinker?
I mean, it's not only about the mythic, you know, it's about what you get second, you know. Because you can't afford to go Muramana second, you know.
Or third? Or should I go third?
Third, even third is really bad, you know. I think at some point maybe you can finish it, but you don't wanna rush it before you don't finish tier, and also it's about how squishy you are, you know. It just makes you way too vulnerable.
Yeah, I think that dance maybe, no, this game?
That dance, it can also backfire against the bot laners, but against these guys it can be good, right? That dance is really expensive though, that's my issue with it. Like I feel like Frozen Heart would be really good, you know, as a gold drinker second, Frozen Heart, and if Silas is kinda fed, Nami has AP damage, we could also just get like as a 4th item summon margin. But going for this lethality build doesn't really like fits your Red Kayn style, you know, that's my opinion of this game. Because it feels like it kinda ruins, you know, the game for you.
And here I try to ping Janna.
Okay, so in here we are trying to collapse on the Kha'Zix when he comes back, right?
And yeah, I ping Janna to go in front because Kaz is gonna come down, so I make to make Kha'Zix jump on her, and then I can E and help.
Yeah, let's see if Janna Qs this.
I know why she's running away with me, but...
Why didn't she Qs though? I think he should then kill this, he should then set up his Q and then he should then walk upwards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why she's going with me, I wanted her to go in front.
Yeah, but you shouldn't back off. Like what she should do, she should ban Q and you walk upwards into him. Or you can also position in here and W knock him up, you know. Because as soon as he notices you, you can just knock him up, you know. That's how I feel like. So what do we do here?
Yeah, Jin dies. Yeah, then I die, I think. Yeah.
You didn't really react to the Camille W with your own W, you know.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not cancelable, you know, so you could ban W her. So if you are knocked back, she's knocked back, so she doesn't get value out of it, you know. You can always use your W reactively to some dashes, you know, Gragacy, whatever, because it's not cancelable, you know. Maybe you got a kill though, no?
No.
Oh, you couldn't auto or...
Could have smited, I think.
I guess you couldn't smite. So, how do we stay? Jax hinted a bit, then the rest of the teammates are fine.
Yeah, I don't know, I just clear my camps, I guess.
But they have like 2 lethality champs, you know, it's kinda illegal to not go for armor, you know. Okay.
You mean Frozen Heart?
Anything, you know, like anything to have Frozen Heart, definitely really good, right? Frozen Heart probably this game, right? But that dance is not bad. That dance I wouldn't go for that dance actually, because it's so expensive, you know. And I just don't like it to rush it early on, you know.
I know, I talked to some
so what
Kayn.
did you buy second? You brought that dance, or what did you buy second?
Yeah, that dance, I finished my dead dance, and then I think
like,
I finished...
I think it's good if you can get resets, you know, but it's just so hard, you know. Like, look at the enemy team. Kha'Zix is so hard to kill him because of his invisibility, so it's hard to get value out of the reset passive, right? They are both good at disengaging. Sylas plays with Zhonye, right? So you brought your dead dance after he brought Zhonye, and Sylas is generally hard to kill, you know. Camille is tanky, you know, she has her own escapes, she has her ult, right? So you should ask yourself, like, how likely is it that I'm gonna get a reset before I get one shot at, you know? And it's really, like, I feel like you would die faster, you know, before you get a reset. And
I have another question, because I talked before to some Kayn mains, and I usually build resistance more than damage, but they said they never
I
They
mean,
don't build resistance on it, so I'm not.
I mean, against this team comp, you can't, like, the problem is you can't go full AD, you know? That's the issue. Like, I know a lots of Kayn mains will only go blue form, or some Kayn mains will go
No,
red.
I mean they go red, but they
Yeah,
don't.
they go lethality, but that's not really the deal every game, you know? Because, like,
Okay,
the problem
so
is
that
you get one-shotted, you know?
yeah.
You get one-shotted before you can pull anything off, and the problem is in this game it's really hard to hit your W, which is the core component of your all-in, because they have so much mobility in general, you know? So it's hard to get a reset, you know, on them. Like, alone it's hard to get a reset, but your teammates can also help you to get a reset, right? And your team has some level of damage, you know, so that kinda justifies it, you know? But it's too expensive, you know, that's how I see it. And it can also backfire because it deals through damage to you. So if a Kha'Zix full combos, you Ghost Invisible, then that sucks because you can't even damage him to heal, you know?
I know if this all-in was bad, but I thought this was a good fight, but I went along.
No, so it's you know, it's just a simple thing. If they are ahead, we are not fighting, you know. So we are just CSing, we are looking for mistakes. We can't just jump into... You should ask yourself, like, how much outplay potential does the enemy champions have, you know? Then you can also tab and see how much kills do they have, you know? And when you see this, you would just prefer to not fight, you know?
Yeah, but I was thinking that I had myself, Jean, and the support, and they had like
so
the top lane, the jungle, and
yeah, but
and I thought we win in that scenario. That's what I thought.
problem is Jax has no ult and he wasted his E, you know? If he has no E, he can't fight right now. And also he has no Q as well, I think, no? He has no Q. So we are forcing when our teammates have mostly cooldowns. Janna Qs, but there isn't a straight up follow-up, which means she has no Q anymore, right? Which means she has no abilities either. And the problem is fighting is bad because we don't know where the whole enemy team is, and Kha'Zix will just disengage, you know? But the reason why he's not disengaging in here, because his team is hovering around, you know?
This bot, we can see it, and the Draven is
So
dead.
soon, yeah, but soon they are showing up, right? Nami is showing up soon.
Yeah.
And now Kha'Zix is, I mean Camille was here as well, right? So it's like the idea, the whole thing just comes down that you chose to fight, you know? Like, of course you could try to outskill them in some way, but that's not worth trying, you know? I don't even think so they're outskillable because I feel like they just outstat you, you know? And as I said, they have too much counterplay to your kit, you know? Because like it's really hard to hit an ability on Kha'Zix, which already has a lot of mobility, when Nami empowers him, which means that he gets even more mobility, so your W is not hittable, you know? Okay. So in here the mid-game throw has begun. I don't like that you're not getting boots, like where is your plated seal caps, you know? Like as a jungler you probably need an earlier boots.
I took the Mercury because of the lot of CC.
Yeah, but you shouldn't buy boots earlier on, you know? You don't have finished boots at minute 22 as a jungler, you know? Like it's harder to stick to people if you don't have boots finished, you know? It's harder, it gives you less mobility in general to move from A to B. Like as a jungler you cannot not buy boots at 22 minutes, you know? Like unless if you can buy a full item, then don't finish boots, you know, but the thing is you couldn't like buy a full item, you know, you couldn't buy a full dead dance, you know, then it's not worth delaying your boots fight.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team double kill.
Okay. And then as I said before, your build kinda ruins the game for you, you know, that's how I see it. Because you see, you're trying to build that dance, but it costs too much, you know? It just costs too much. And it's hard to get resets, you know? That's like the general idea, you know? So like the build kinda ruins our mid lane game, you know? Because like you can go for lethality, you can go for an AD build if you are really confident that you can snowball and solo carry the game with Red Kayn, you know? But if that's not the case and they have counterplay for your lethality build, I wouldn't go for it because going lethality on Red Kayn is like going lethality on Blue Kayn but less efficient because you have less mobility. Like Red Kayn is generally a bit slower than the blue version is, you know? Okay. right? So maybe W through this. That was a big healing, 1000 gold.
Shut down.
Can we do something out of this? We killed almost everybody. Can we Baron?
No. I don't
Probably
think-
not. Probably not, right?
Go down and take the tower with Jax, but he pinged me off because I thought Silas is
So,
coming down.
It's the thing, like Jax doesn't really need your help to get the tower, right? You want to get the top camps, the bot camps, right? You want to get the bot camps, Victor gets the mid wave, right? So you should aim to get the camps before they arrive, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was scared of Silas because he's spawning in 5 seconds.
1 second. Yeah, but like here's the thing, like in 1 second he can't appear in here, you know. Also, it's not 100% he gonna pat here, and you can also just how much? 17 seconds, you know. So like if you eat through this wall and you get the raptors, you, like, or you can also just Q through it, you know, and just keep your Q through the wall and keep your E to escape, you know. Like I don't think so he can kill you that way, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't think so. It's risky overall. But like the tower, he doesn't need your help, you know. Probably I would just get the camps, you know. Because like look where the guy is right now. I mean he's not even coming here, you know.
Has been destroyed.
So I would like definitely try to steal the camps, you know.
Yeah.
Just because like I have a feeling in me he wouldn't even check those, you know.
The trick is to be clever and quick.
Okay. So in here we skip a tiny bit, not much going on. Oh, looking at the wrong person. So in here I would just allow him to get it.
Yeah, I just like to try to help him to don't take damage from the grab.
Like, you know what would be also valuable? Like Black Cleaver second over that dance, because it reduces armor for 2 teammates, you know. It would be
Oh
also,
yeah, okay.
it
Yeah,
would
I
be
didn't know
also
it
really
did.
good,
I
right?
think it
It's
registers
especially
on-
good with lethality champs, you know. Now we don't have lethality champs, but I'm just saying like with lethality champs it's especially good, because if you penetrate their armor, then that allows your lethality champions in your team to burst really hard.
Or if they have AoE right before.
I guess AoE, that's a thing I guess that matters too. Like a misfortune ultimate, right? How good it
Yeah.
is for a misfortune ultimate that the enemy armor is reduced by 30%, which is kinda a lot, right? Then it means she hurts even harder because people usually go lethality on misfortune, so that means a lot. Okay. So in here, Camille could win. I don't like what you're doing in here, because I feel like Camille could win the bush, and I do believe she beats you right now, no?
I know, I was thinking, but no, I saw Camille is down on bot side.
Oh, what the hell, I didn't know, okay.
I was thinking if she's down
yeah,
there
I
and
didn't notice.
they might be everybody down, so I
Yeah.
might be on top side.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice it, okay. How much still, Drake? 49 seconds, So we bought a control ward. Generally, didn't buy too many control wards, you know.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah.
Now, this game, it's not really a big deal, but it matters because Sylas is a roaming mid laner and Camille can roam too. It matters more if they have a roaming support, because warding this area, this allows the mid laner to roam bot, or the support to roam mid, or the jungler to invade you, you know. So like warding this area, for example, early on, either the bot or the top side of it, provides a lots of value to you or to your team. Also it shows if Kha'Zix is doing Drake, for example, right? If he's walking this way, right? So it just provides so much vision, so I think like buying more control wards is a thing as well, you know, if you have enough money to buy it. Okay. Oh god, I would run. When I see, I would run, you know. When I see Kha'Zix, you know, with his Yomus and all that, I'm already in through the wall, you know. Like I think in here he didn't realize the danger, but if you tap, you can see how fat the Kha'Zix is, right? He even got the Nami E and the Mandate, right? So like when I see this, I'm running. I'm running, you know. I'm not even considering getting a camp or trying to do anything, because he has his Edge of Night. We can do shit, you know. So like I would just like run. Like in here we are running. Because the problem is, even if you don't die, if you get caught, most likely you're gonna take most of your HP down, which means we can't contest Drake anymore, you know.
Yeah.
So like it's really bad that alone you try to do something, because now we have to give up Drake, right? Okay, so in here we are just
Blue team has slain the dragon.
we are just going around. We are just waiting until he respawn. So in here she gets out the board. Couldn't you W anybody there? Oh.
And I was afraid if I W, then the Camille eats the wall and eats into me.
You could also ult if she W's, you know? I mean, she's the wall anyway.
I tried press R in here.
Oh, you tried it.
I pressed, but I died in my R.
Yeah, it's somewhere kidding. So I think like after the mid game we done a lots of coin flips, you know, and that's why like mainly we lost, you know. After like dying like 3 times, I think. When you died like the first 2-3 times, you know, then it was fine. But after dying 2 or 3 times, you suddenly started to face check or to coin flip fights, like this one for example, and it's something you don't want to get into, because it's just a simple rule. They are ahead, we are behind, so we don't want to force, you know. They are in position to force fights right now, you know. We are in position to look for mistakes and see us, you know. Okay. Oh, you didn't consider Drake, or you were afraid or something? I'm not sure why didn't you just like eat the ball and then step up and look to
And I was afraid to die again because I died too much.
yeah, but if you are in the wall, how are you supposed to die, you know? We are in the
I
wall.
know, isn't when... Oh, you mean in that wall?
Yeah, like if you go into the wall, you go into the wall, see if someone is here, because the circle gonna reveal it, you know?
Okay, I didn't...
The circle gonna reveal it, right? So then like if you go into the wall, nobody can kill you because they can't reach you, right? So they could camp here, but it's really hard to like you could just go out, get out, you know. And like in here I would just like check this bush with my EAT, and if they're not here, we need to control ward it and look to steal it, you know. Because I think it has a bounty as well, no? Okay. Jin is getting what? Jin is getting collector as a 4th item. That sounds so illegal. When everybody has over 70 armor, they have 2. Oh god, it sounds so illegal actually. So like partially the reason is that they are having like these black drakes, you know, these brown drakes, mountain drakes. That's why black weaver would be important as well to have, right? So we pick up a kill though, that's kinda good. But in here we shouldn't ideally force, you know, because they have a tower cover and they have Baron as well, you know. But Ava's fine because you got the kill of that.
I know I engaged there because I know some of them recall, so they were... Yeah.
Can they do anything in here? Or... Or couldn't you just Q forward and 10W? Or didn't hit?
And I thought if I Q, then they can, they will have like more space between me and them if I use that.
Yeah, but like if you Q forward and smite, you could W him. Like Kha'Zix is dispositioned, he's downwards, right? He also used his E to disengage, if you remember, right? So he can just jump back to you. Nami is downwards, you know. So I think queuing like you would be a bit vulnerable, but here is your team, you know, and he can't attack any of you guys because he needs to disengage, you know. So I don't think so there is a world where he would die, you know. Just like even if you're about to die, maybe gonna get a reset with dead dance, you know, because this delays your death. So it's really hard to imagine he will die, you know. Does he die? Oh, okay, so we're killing everybody. Did you guys win this game or what happened?
Yeah, we won again.
So in here we are pushing. Oh, so you guys couldn't end upfront. So I think from this point it's a bit greedy to stay. Or no, it's not actually. No. Okay. Can we end though? It's a bit
And I
risky.
pinged them off because
Yeah, it's a bit risky. Yeah, it's a bit risky. Oh, couldn't he W that? Like when he's in her ult animation, so when she arrives, you know, she's gonna get moved up, so Jax would maybe...
W by missed. You can replay.
Like look, when she ulted, couldn't you just W it, you know? So in here, you know? In here she will ult, and if you W it, then you're gonna knock her up when she arrives, you know? If you time it.
Oh, okay.
So like then Jax could maybe Q you and get out, you know, or something. Like maybe ward. Does he have any wards to Q jump? No, but maybe he could Q you or something. Like look in here. So in here she's gonna ult because obviously she's gonna ult the Jax, you know, to dodge the stun, right? So in here you either predict it or reactively use your W, up to you. But in here you could already W. So like when she arrives, she can't auto attack the Jax because she's stunned, right?
Yeah.
Because like in here you were just walking, you know. So that, yeah, I think Jax could possibly Q out, you know. Actually, maybe he would be dead anyways because of the Hextech ultimatum, but I think she would have less HP, you know, that's the idea. If Jax stays alive longer. Okay. But we kill her anyways, which is fine. And now we secure Drake as well.
Yeah, and I don't touch the Drake because I see I don't start the Drake because I see the wave and I'm waiting after we kill him actually.
Oh, we can also end, no? No, not yet. Or? No.
So here I'm waiting somebody to go to the wave.
We can also
Something
wait.
will
I mean,
start.
Kha'Zix is dead. Do we have... Oh, we don't have Smite.
Yeah.
We have Smite actually. Jin's 4-shot, you know. That's even better than the Smite at this point. So Jin's 4-shot deals more than 1000 HP if the Drake is low, you know. So we have a Smite basically, right? It's like if we have a Cho'Gath ultimate up, but we don't have a Smite, then we have a Smite, you know, from another teammate, right?
Yeah.
So we could freely do this because Jin can time his 4th shot, you know. Like look, and exactly as I said, he's directly holding into his 4th shot, so he gonna last it. That's why you should auto attack and attack this, you know, because there is nothing in this ward that could steal away the Drake from the Jin's 4th shot, right? So you shouldn't just hover around, you should damage it because he's holding into his 4th shot for a reason, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like, they look, and then Jin is like thinking, why don't you like auto attack the Drake, you know? And look, as I said, we have a smite. He just smites it. Look, 1380. That's not even like stealable. Then
From what level, or how do I know when he can do that?
you look at his items, no? Like it's where is he? So he also has the Janna shield. So here's the thing: his crit damage deals like how much? He deals 75%. It's actually, this is not the true number. He actually deals 200% crit damage, and which is also enhanced by the Infinity Edge, which means 235% bonus crit damage on auto attacks, which means that a 4th shot also deals 25% missing health physical damage, right? Bonus physical damage, which means at this point he deals over 1000 damage. So he has 500 HP and the Drake has like 7k. So, you know, like when he has 3 items, you should assume he can smite, you know. That's how it goes. Like at 3 items he can smite anything, you know. When it's low the objective, you know. At 3 items you always can do it to any objectives. That's the general idea. Maybe even with 2 items, maybe even with 2 items. Okay. So in here we stay in the... Oh, your build is really greedy. Muramana as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm building now the spirit research, I'm thinking.
Yeah, like this build is really all about if you can one-shot someone before you die, then it's like fine, you know. That's how I see it, you know. Like it works in a different way than a normal bruiser one. And then these are the scenarios where it kind of falls off, right? Okay.
Yeah, but I think I would have died anyways.
Yeah,
because-
but it's you can't randomly walk around this area of the jungle, you know. That's like look.
Beauty truly is.
So now we have vision on everybody, you know. Like Syla's gonna shove and possibly rotate upwards, you know, depends. But like you can't really be in the enemy jungle without like any teammate cover, you know, like your teammates are nowhere. So Jhin gonna leave the area, you know, like in here there are no camps, you know. Most likely there are no camps, like it shows on your map there are camps up, but most likely they already took it. Oh wait, they are here, but they shouldn't usually be here, right? And it's about like risking yourself for camps, you know, like if you want to get camps in here, the risk is really high you're gonna get killed, and some wolves and some Gromp is not worth dying right now, you know?
Yeah, I saw them being here and I thought they want to do a play. I wasn't aware that they left after I came. So that's why I died.
I mean, theoretically, you know, they wanna buy items, huh? Like in here, we are not really allowed to sit here, you know? Like, I see you wanna go for wolves, but it's really high risk for low reward, you know? And you can't really afford to die at this point of the game, you know? Like, when I see Sylas, oh yeah. It's a bit unfortunate. You could then also smite Sylas ult and maybe try to EQ out, you know? That's like one way to escape. Instead of trying to Q. Because you're gonna be one-shotted, you know, that's the problem. So we can't really try to do such. Okay. Nobody has TP except Camille on the enemy team, and Camille has no TP right now. So right now we should just split push some lanes, because you have a good escape with your E. So generally we should open up bot or top, because mid is already opened. But we could also just threaten to backdoor, just hover around this side, and then you will force someone to rotate for you. Usually they will send a stronger opponent, which generally means that that stronger opponent won't be there. And here is the thing, you can out-rotate everybody in the enemy team with your E. So for example, you're hovering topside, the enemy Sylas or Kha'Zix or whatever is hovering topside as well, and as soon as you see them, you can just rotate for the fight itself, because with your E you can out-rotate them and with your Q spam, right? So you could just like simply hover to force them to play differently, in the sense that someone will rotate for you so you don't end, you don't backdoor, but then if they rotate for you, you out-rotate them with your mobility, right? So you will be faster there if there is a fight breaking out. Okay. So in here, oh god, I don't like how we face check. You shouldn't ever face check this, you know. You should use your E in the wall, you know. Or you should allow Janna or Victor to Q this bush, or Victor to W this bush, you know. But you're not really allowed to randomly walk in here, you know. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's fine. I mean, I'm muted for no reason, Jax is shooting. So in here, by the way, don't wanna force, because look, Jax is bot side. He's split pushing. At this point, he's probably beating Camille really hard in a 1v1, which means that it's really hard for her to side lane against him. And also he has TP to rotate for the fight, so before he pressures, you shouldn't force, you know, because he should be on a tower, you know. So in here there is no reason to fight right now, because he's split pushing. Okay, so what we could do, we could rotate on the Camille and we could possibly kill her. I'm not sure, I think he would be capable to do it. Actually, nah, probably she would just choke at Ari. Probably she would just spam her Q at you and kill you. So in here they will possibly rotate on Jax, because they went downwards, you know, they were in this area and they didn't show up on this ward, which possibly could mean that Jax gonna get collapsed on. So now we want to hover around the Baron, right? Because I feel like they gonna group on Jax right now. It's a possibility, right? Not their mid lane. Okay.
Wait, is Jax losing against Camille?
Uh, I mean, she has 4 items, Jax has 3 items. I don't know, like, I feel like Jax should win this, but I guess he does not have the best items. He has tank items against Camille, which kinda sucks, cause... Or I guess he's forcing without E, or... Like, what happens in here? Yeah, he's trying to force without E. Yeah, yeah, he should manage disengage. So he forced without having E up, which allowed Camille to just Cho'Gath him. Yeah, it
Whoa.
doesn't like spaces well around around the passive of Camille, right? I got some mechanical misplays there.
And here I make a mechanical display when Camille is coming. I missed my W. I think I missed my W, I'm not sure
We
actually.
should try to force her, no?
Yeah, I'm forcing.
Oh, you could
Yeah.
just Q her, why don't you Q? Oh no, you Q? We played it, yeah. Oh, well played. Can we end?
Yeah.
Can we end her? Oh, he did the Nexus, hit the Nexus, hit the Nexus, hit the Nexus. Okay, GG. Okay, so the game ended. So now we know what went wrong this game, right? So overall, like, do you have any type of questions to ask?
Uh, Overall, I think I know what you think I should work on more.
I'm gonna give you a role as like this. So this means that you can leave a feedback if you choose in the review section. Um, so like I also clipped it, you know, so like you can rewatch the video. So it's not even necessary that you take notes, cause you can just rewatch the video, you know, in case you don't remember something, you know. So that's like a thing you can do.
Yeah.
So you have no more questions, or is there something on your mind?
I mean, I saw what I did bad, like we were behind and I shouldn't have fought, and my W usage and my E, like I can see where people are, but E something that's like very, I know, like a big mistake or something that I should work on, focus more.
Yeah. Like pretty much you can just rewatch the video, you know, so you don't have to like remember everything. I'm gonna
Uh,
stop the recording